Captain has the helm. The Colonel waits on Albany. I wonder what he has in mind for us to do next.
Us? I thought you just wanted to check in with Monroe. Not sign me up for the army.
Not at all, Shay. But I admire the Colonel's ideals and want to make them happen.
What kind of ideals?
Secure borders, prosperous farms, fair trade. We need those in these wretched colonies.
Sounds like a high-minded utopia.
It rather does. Want to help make it happen?
Colonel Monroe is an intriguing man, and he certainly seems honorable. We'll head for Albany. After that, I'll see.
Splendid. Full sail ahead, lads!
Douse the royals and tops! Trim us off the wind!
Anchor away!
In good health, I see.
Thanks to the captain here.
'Tis a fine vessel, Captain Cormac.
Thank you, Colonel Monroe.
Master Gist, did you learn more about our conspirators and their new weapons?
Well, only that their base of operations is a French fort further downriver.
It's a little close for comfort, isn't it?
If the French have installed a fort in our territory, they are likely preparing an assault. New York could burn. Will you join us, Master Cormac?
Aye. Enough innocents have died already.
Might I suggest we improve our vessel? The Morrigan is good, but with a few more supplies, she could be unstoppable. And there's a French outpost nearby I happen to know.
I like the sound of that.
Captain's at the helm!
What sort of business are the French up to there? Just occupying the territory?
It is an economic incursion more than a geographical one. Some of the ruffians are sponsored by enemies of the colonies. They intend to undermine local authorities.
I've heard they steal from civilians and resell essential goods for 10 times the price.
It's always the little fella who gets skinned. Colonel, you and Gist here seem inspired. Is there something in the water? Or the whiskey?
Why do you say that?
I think Shang is skeptical about our intentions towards our fellow man.
I understand. There is no need. I simply want these colonies to be a place of safety, development, and growth.
Funny. I thought rich men wanted them to be a place of profit.
I am not a rich man, Master Cormac. Money is a means to an end, not an end in and of itself.
It's valet vert outpost, says you. I think it's a fine end to a game of cards.
Wrong course! South all but mates!
Now.
Haul down and clue up!
Drop anchor!
Il paraît qu'un grand général anglais est mort en traversant un fleuve de Pennsylvanie.
Moi, ce que j'ai entendu, c'est qu'il a été tué par un de ses propres hommes.
Tu n'as pas l'impression qu'il se passe quelque chose d'étrange dans les colonies britanniques ces temps-ci?
patrouille, on en reparlera demain.
À l'air!
Réveille-le, s'il dort. Lefebvre, Marcelin est en train de dégueuler sa vie. Je te colle sa patrouille. Marcelin est en train de dégueuler sa vie. Arrête de gueuler, Henri. C'est ta patrouille, on en reparlera demain. Ça marche. Va rejoindre Tremblay. Réveille-le s'il dort encore. Lefebvre, Marcelin est en train de dégueuler sa vie. Je te colle sa patrouille. Arrête de gueuler, Landry. C'est ta patrouille, on en reparlera demain.
Laissez-moi.
Ça marche. Va rejoindre Tremblay. Réveille-le s'il dort encore.
Ne me tuez pas, je vous en prie.
C'est ta patrouille, on en
Pitié.
reparlera demain. Ça marche. Va rejoindre Tremblay. Réveille-le s'il dort encore. Lefebvre, Marcelin est en train de dégueuler sa vie. Je te colle sa patrouille.
Ne me tuez pas, je vous en prie. Pitié.
Merde! L'alarme!
Quelle blague!
Ça marche. Va
Bien
rejoindre
essayé.
Tremblay. Réveille-le s'il dort. Holding the thing I need the most right now.
Mais je n'ai rien fait.
Donc je me suis enrôlé pour une autre année.
J'ai adoré ça, je le sens. Garde! Je n'ai rien fait, je le jure. Et fichez-moi la paix! J'ai rien fait!
Only the most wearable of materials are used.
No table worth the name.
Good show, Shay. Now let's use those materials to give the Morrigan more firepower. We will need more powerful guns before we approach that fort. Captain the helm!
Your ship is in fine form, Master Cormac. That fort should offer little resistance.
I rather hope the frogs offer some, else this will be a dull day.
Never wish for battle, Master Gist. There is plenty around here for any of our lifetimes.
Besides, if we find the fort's commander, the French will surrender, no?
Indeed, that is a sensible strategy. But we will have to wear down the fort's defenses first. Otherwise, they will just dig in, wounded bare.
And the rock they've cut.
We're bearing down on those rocks, Captain!
There's the gallants and riots! Loose and catch the wind!
Come on, spread those sheets!
Crowd on every inch of sail! Reef the topsails and gallants!
Squall, pick it up, Captain! There's our target, Shay! Knock her down like a game of ninepins!
Begin by hitting her towers.
As the Colonel says!
On your mark, Captain! Enemy heading for us! Cannon ready! They're firing the
Crowded on! Fire!
Those ships belong to King Louis!
Fire! Fire! That's in the yard! Fire!
That's their weak spot.
Fire!
Take that shot, sir.
Fire!
Put a shot
Fire!
through her there.
Get in there! Get the mainsails into the wind! Fasten yourselves!
Stays tight. We'll be easy for their mortars, sir. Hostile warship on intercept course. Ready,
All down! All down! Fire!
Miss. Damn it. Awaiting orders, sir. They're
Fire!
waste a good shot.
Fire!
We missed.
Short sail! Get off the squall!
Furl the mains! Muzzle them!
Fire! Loose and trim too! Fire!
Damnation. Straight to the deep.
Fire!
Weakest right
Fire! Haul in the stunsail!
Ease the main!
Fire!
They're giving chase! Charge the...
Ready to fire, Captain.
Fire! Reload! Fire! Loose mainsails! Reefing on top! Fire!
It's a gunboat!
Awaiting orders, sir.
Brace! Close down! Catch some wind!
Incoming fire! Foresail!
Those all but mates!
I don't like that wind, sir!
Fire!
That's their weak spot.
Fire!
Go to the drag. More enemy sighted.
Fire!
Hostile warship on our heel!
Get the mates free!
We've attracted bounty hunters.
Taking damage!
Douse the gallants and royals! Fire!
Right
Fire!
there, sir. On your mark.
Give me some speed!
Full sails!
Floating cargo for the taking, sir.
The enemy patrols these waters closely, Captain. Superb! Now find the fort commander!
Arrête-toi.
Quoi là-bas?
Il n'a aucune chance, abruti.
On réchappera pas.
Arrête-toi! Oui, toi!
Le chasseur.
Say, it has been so long. Were you on a special mission?
Yes. From Achilles.
How interesting. So am I.
Don't make me do this, Le Chasseur!
Do what? Assassinate me? I thought that was your specialty.
We could both just leave.
Ah, but then I would tell your brothers that you are alive. You have to kill me, Shay.
You can't slip away from us, you mangy!
Don't make me do this, Le Chasseur!
Do what? Assassinate me? I thought that was your specialty.
We could both just leave.
Ah, but then I would tell your brothers that you are alive. You have to kill me, Shay.
Hell's bells! He's getting away!
Poor Gabby. I think you can best me.
You are always good at your business, Shay.
As were you. Tell me, what are you doing inland?
Special weapons. Poisonous gases to use against colonial authorities. I am merely a delivery man.
Then may your final delivery be swift. Le Chasseur was right. I had no other choice. If the assassins find out I'm alive, they'll come after me.
While you were busy taking down that fort, I happened to stumble upon the treasury.
You don't say.
It was the damnedest thing. Well, in any case, amongst other things, I found maps and charts detailing various French trade routes.
What are you thinking, guest?
I thought perhaps we could use them to help the Royal Navy and fill our pockets. I stored these maps in your cabin, Captain, should you wish to use them. The Colonel thanks and congratulates you, Shay. He has returned to New York. But you look troubled.
Do you ever wonder if you're doing the right thing, Gist? If you chose the right path?
We're heading
I used to, my young friend, but not anymore. Not since I met the Colonel. And what's the question? The French are entrenched in our territory. It's about time we root them out.
Of course. You're right, Gist. Let's head back to New York.
Aye, Captain.
Think a little odd.
As always, when Mother Nature's involved, one of those be ready to surprise.
Seems the cost. Oh.
God give good rest to the souls of those sailors. We're all brothers, are we not? more clashes between England and France.
You can't leave us. Wendell, look on you.
Yeah.
Ah, Master Cormac. What you have learned from Le Chasseur was confirmed. The local lawbreakers are changing tactics.
What's their plan now?
Their boss has hired Benjamin Franklin to produce new weapons for them. He's very well guarded.
Benjamin Franklin? The scientist?
You have heard of him? Good. He is making equipment to spread gases among the populace. Toxic ones, as it turns out.
The populace? I thought they would use it against the authorities. Though that would be terrible as well.
The ruffians we have arrested refer to an intimidating woman. I believe she is behind these nefarious plans.
I'll look into this.
Thank you.
Hope. I pray it's not you.
I'll catch up with you one way or another! Mark my word! Together, lad. no business up here! As for poor flies, I see them! Blindside him!
Shay! It is good to see you again. Your friend Hope said you were away.
I was. Sir, I've come to collect the results of your experiments.
Oh, well, it's a very good thing then. I just finished fixing the prototype. Here you go. I was preparing to leave for Philadelphia and then Europe. I was invited to lecture in London. Oh, would you be so kind as to inform Mistress Hope?
Of course. God, Hope. What are you doing with these felons? Turning the city against itself. What have you become?
Something the matter, Master Cormac?
No. Yes, just old memories.
When I am issued new recruits burdened with regrets, I tell them the surest way to lose them is with gunpowder.
You're right, Colonel.
This prototype seems very powerful. Use it with care, Master Cormac. Our intelligence says this thing can destroy certain fortifications, as well as injure several enemies at once. There is also a more subtle way to use it. Some of these grenades contain a strong sedative. Fire one into the crowd and they will fall asleep immediately. We should test this new weapon. Use it against that door. Use these grenades to destroy that door. Use these grenades to destroy that door. Good work. Good work. I think you are ready to turn this new weapon against the ruffians who would have used it. There is an abandoned factory nearby hiding a dangerous poison. Right now, it only causes sleep. But I fear those outlaws are distilling it. A more powerful formula could sicken or perhaps even kill most of New York.
Then that's my first target.
Be careful, Master Cormac. We understand that the ingredients are highly unstable.
All the better.
From the Wilkinson.
If I mess with this, maybe. I can break the whole system.
This is dangerous!
You'll pay for this!
Must get out, or I'm as good as dead.
Ah, what marvelous destruction, Captain. I saw the smoke all the way from the Morrigan.
That should discourage those miscreants. New York is safe for now.
With all due respect, Colonel, it's going to take more than a few explosions to get rid of this kind of trouble.
The boy is right, Colonel Monroe. Shay, was it? Congratulations. You just burned a whole lot of rats out of New York. I'm Jack Weeks. This is William Johnson. I don't know about him, but I'm pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
It is, terribly dusty here. I'm sure Shay can recount his adventures to us over a pint. Hey, the first round's on, the Colonel, huh?
Something the matter, Master Cormac?
Just a little confused. I must have breathed some of that gas.
Some ale will do you good. Come, we are all friends here. You will be taken care of.
From the Colonel.
Dear Master Cormac, my apologies for the brevity of this missive, but it is time we were honest with one another. You have demonstrated your loyalty and resourcefulness to the Templar cause. And this despite, and perhaps because of, your assassin origins. The manuscript the assassin sought has been in my possession for some time. I reclaimed it when my men found you marooned. The Grand Master himself charged me to discover its meaning, a task I regret I have failed to complete. I leave it in your charge, Master Cormac. There is no one else I trust more. Now I leave for Fort William Henry, an ill-prepared garrison surrounded by hostile natives and the French army. We have requested reinforcements, but I doubt they will be forthcoming. I have no illusions that our resistance will be successful. I commit my life to the British Army, and my soul to the Father of Understanding. Yours, Colonel George Monroe.
Captain's helm!
Man your post, Gist. The Colonel's in trouble.
How do you mean, in trouble?
He's at Fort William Henry, facing impossible odds.
Get off your lazy arses, lads, and man your stations! We raise anchor! Sorry for the early libation, Captain. But you realize that it's been a whole year since we met? A whole year! Changed my life, you did. And for the better. You will forgive me if I have been celebrating without you.
A whole year. Gist, I've a question for you. How long have you known of my, well, former allegiance?
Oh, you mean the assassins? I knew that ages ago, Shay. I may be drunk, but I'm not blind. Or did you think I would assume you had escaped from some homicidal circus?
Why didn't you say anything?
Well, the Colonel wanted us to avoid the subject so it wouldn't, influence your decision-making. You saved my life out of pure selfless instinct, and helped countless others besides. If it were up to me, I would have made you an official Templar months ago.
Who is it up to, then? Monroe mentioned a Grand Master.
Oh, yes. The Grand Master of the Colonial Rite. You'd like him, Shay. His father was an assassin.
Really? He must have a story to tell.
What is the news from Fort William Henry?
The garrison is surrounded, and reinforcements are